I was in the store today of things for home. They were really beautiful, cute things. And I found 6 or 7 things that I really loved. I found a really nice yoga mat, yoga towel, a special paper to write on or to draw on. I found, little plates like for fruits, um, special ribbons of good quality and color, really pretty. I found very special, beautiful candles, which I need for my rituals, because the more you invest into your materials, the bigger the effect will be of your ritual. And I found little bags, like you can close them on top with a rope, and you can put all kinds of materials into those little bags. So I was so happy with all this stuff and holding it, like looking if I may need something else, and it was all like 2-3 euros, and then I hear the girl on the phone talking to someone, and she says, well, I'm in this store, and there is like nothing here what anyone can actually need. I thought it was funny because I thought I really needed those things. And maybe before I would think that I don't need them. But I'm glad to observe the change of the pattern. While before I would think, well, I have candles at home, I have a yoga mat, I don't need this. That was my pattern, like only basics. Like, why don't I use what I already have? And actually this pattern was kind of like a starvation, because I didn't allow myself to experience a little bit more comfort, a little bit more inner happiness, from surrounding myself with things that make me happy. Like even my friend said, like getting a new favorite cup. Maybe I have 12 very cool cups, but I have them for years, and if I have a new one, it brings me joy, So while most people go from buying a lot of stuff, having a lot of stuff, to less and less stuff, I have the opposite. I go from like minimum stuff to allowing myself to get some extra stuff that I don't actually need, but it's nice to have, it makes a little bit of difference. Because I used to wait for like extreme change, like such a change that, really like matters, significant change, or nothing at all. It's like all or nothing. Either I, have what I dream about, like, the ultimate dream, or don't bother even with little stuff like nice candles or nice incense or whatever. Last year it's been changing, and now I feel probably eclipse approaching has effect on me, on my level of consciousness. Eclipses either raise our level of consciousness, or we stay on the lower level, but then we lose those people who go one level higher. It's different levels, different levels of evolutionary development of the consciousness, and those levels don't meet. They cannot be together on the same wavelength. So I noticed that shift of how my level of consciousness is rising, is being raised to a higher level, like less limitations in my thinking process, being open to be more childlike, playful. I got some stuff that I don't know how I'm gonna use. I don't have a plan. I just liked it. It just made me feel good, just made me feel happy, inner happiness, inner comfort. All the stuff I realized that I have, I got it for different reasons than how I would get it now. So all the stuff that I have, while I already have minimum stuff, that's been like my lifestyle, I didn't want to accumulate any stuff, so what I didn't use, I got rid of. What I had, I never bought, I didn't buy. So it was like basic minimalistic lifestyle at home, which I see the benefit in because it makes my life simple. And I like simple life because I'm aware also of the prison we create as soon as we start complicating our life. But for me, I have Rahu in the 4th house, which means I need to go towards little improvements. 4th house is the same meaning as the sign of Cancer, and Cancer is about feeling, emotion, just feeling a little bit better. Maybe a new cup will make my every morning for a long time a little bit more joyful. Maybe a new yoga mat will inspire me a little bit more, to make a yoga video. Maybe, a new candle will help me to make my ritual a little bit more powerful. And it's how we develop, by little steps. We don't go from nothing to all in one step. Actually, it's obvious, but we have these blind spots that get revealed, especially now that Mercury is debilitated with Jupiter in Pisces. Strong Jupiter, the guru, with Mercury, who is the organizer, the intellect, who is weak. So we see the blind spots of our intellect. While I know for 12 years in yoga that we get our awareness a little bit more subtle, and a little bit subtler, and a little bit subtler, and a little bit subtler, more refined, and a little bit more refined, by little steps. We don't go from totally gross to totally subtle, the subtlest. We don't go like that. So the same, surrounding myself with little things that make me feel a little bit better. Every day the energy frequency is rising to a little bit higher level. Even like having my hair done makes me feel a little bit happier when I look at myself in the mirror. And I look in the mirror more often than I think. So, yeah. I just thought it was a funny story to share, funny realizations that can be useful to others as well. And yeah, I'm glad there is a new store in Rotterdam full of really fine quality, good, cute, beautiful, pretty stuff that no one actually needs. But it's the right store for someone like me on my journey of my evolutionary development towards my Rahu in the fourth house in Taurus. I hope it was interesting for you, and have a great evening